You're listening to the West Ham is Why We Drink podcast. Like hanging at the pub with your West Ham mates. On this episode, in What Was That, we review our back-to-back wins in the league. Adam does a deadline day monologue. We go mad in social shenanigans and have a little sing-along in pie and mashup. Now let's join the crew of the podcast. West Ham fans still waiting for a signing. And welcome to episode 43 of West Ham is Why We Drink. My name's Wayne and I'm here with the indubitable... What's your name again?
My name's Adam Frankel.
Name's Adam Frankel. Should we do this episode all in American accents?
No, I'm American now. I decided.
Yeah, you know what? They just doubled the price of becoming a Yank. It's gone up from like $800 and something up to $1,600 now.
Well, I'm going to tell you now, they'd have to pay me.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I mean, I'd love to vote and everything, but I'm not going to do it. It's like, why bother? I've got a green card. I've got all the rights. The only thing I can't do is run for public office and vote. And it's all a bloody shambles.
Well, I can't do any of those things. They've already kicked me out of the country once. And whenever they feel like it, they can be like, no, we're not renewing your visa. Bye.
Very true. Very true. So listen, how's Hammer's shits going? I mean, shots.
Look, it's okay. It's the greatest game show in the history of West Ham United.
Yeah, I noticed you had 67 viewers last week.
You know what? Someone mentioned this to me. I literally don't even look at it, but I can't talk about it because I don't watch YouTube. So I'm like the worst person. I get these guests on the show and they all have these YouTube channels that are big, and I don't even know what they are. I apologize to them, but I'm just like, look, YouTube isn't my thing. I just can't do it.
I love it. I think it's because I've got a 9-year-old though. I mean, it was Lily's birthday at the weekend, and we had a wonderful, boring birthday. I felt bad for her. She said to me, Daddy, she said it just wasn't the same this year. I felt so sorry for her.
I mean, nothing's the same. It sucks, but welcome to COVID.
Then I smacked her upside of the head and said, cheer up, plus.
Cheer up,
don't be a negative Nora.
I noticed how domestic violence jokes started when you put on a northern accent.
Isn't that strange?
Do you know
That's
what?
so strange.
Can I call an audible all of a sudden?
An audible? What's an audible?
An audible. Is it called an audible? Is that what they call it?
I don't know. It's not called an audible. That's for definite.
You know that thing when bands are playing and you've got that drunk girl that gets her tits out and says, play Freebird! And they're like, all right, fine, let's do it. Is that what calling an audible?
It's basically what a quarterback does in American football, isn't it? That when they've got a play that's set up and they decide they can see something that's going to work better, so they change the play at the last minute.
So I'm kind of thinking about that. Like, have we ever done the Northern Bastards song on Pie and Mashup?
I don't think we have, mate. We should do that today.
I don't know if we have or not, but yeah, it just feels right with you doing that chant voice.
Then let's do it today. That'll give something for everyone to stick around to the end of the episode. So
yeah, good idea.
But before we get to the end of the episode, we have to start this bloody thing, mate.
Oh yeah, that's true. And we should start it by talking about what that was.
What was that?
Do you see what I did there?
What that was.
What that was.
What was It was pretty smart. It was pretty smart for you.
Some call me a genius.
I tell you what, I'm really shocked we're like 3 minutes into this episode and you haven't mentioned dying once.
You're the one that mentions it now. You bring it up all the time.
I just like playing that airplane bing bong music.
Bing bong. I don't talk about it except for when I meet people. Now it's like it's my thing that I start with. Like people are like, oh, what have you been up to? Died.
I used to do that when I had the heart attack at like 31. So yeah, milk it as much as you can.
Hang on, you at 31. What about the other ones? Which one was that? Was that the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth?
First one. That was the first one. That was all in the elbow. That was all. Anyway, speaking of pains in the elbow, should we? We haven't done a podcast in a week and a half because we tried to get back on this Wednesday schedule.
So let's skip Everton. We're out of the cup. Who cares? Actually, let me say one thing about that game. Just one thing.
We both got it wrong.
I refuse to take it. We got it wrong because we assumed that we were going to attempt to win the goddamn game.
Maybe it'll shut people up now that we're talking about maybe we should play Yarmolenko and Anderson and Allaire. They couldn't do squat that match.
Well, maybe we should make some goddamn substitutions. Do you know no other team that played in the cup, not one other team playing in the cup, didn't make a substitution?
Yeah, it was mental, wasn't it? It was absolutely. I like Moyes. Don't get me wrong. I like him. I'm not like a Moyes fan per se, but I like the lad. But I was so angry. I was fuming after that match. I was so freaking angry.
I mean, if I was a stato, I would look back and try and figure this out. But I wonder how many times in the history of the last, 10 years, how many times a team has been losing for most of the game.
And the manager's got his John Thomas out and waved it at the opposing audience.
And not made a substitution. Yeah. Because at 2-1 in that game, it was clear that things weren't working. We had players on the bench that could have changed things. And there was a refusal to do it. And I only want to bring that up because we're about to forget all about the cup and it's all going to be fine. And then we're going to talk about Leicester.
Oh, you know what? I've got to tell you, I got a text message from Barry at the Londoner. He went, yeah, mate. He says, I'm going to just say one thing to you. This is what you West Ham fans usually say this time of the year, right? Well, at least now we can concentrate on winning the league.
What a dick.
I know. I love him. He's brilliant. He's so funny. But the match before that, though, I mean, the Wolves match, that was a brilliant win for us. I mean, I thought it was going to be 2-0. You thought we were going to lose 4-1. And that was it was a blinder of a match. I mean, I don't think I'd seen us play such a brilliant game until we played Leicester at the weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
It's so long ago, I don't remember it. I remember it was brilliant.
If you're listening to this, you probably already heard all that crap already. So, blah, 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 blah. It was already good. And then we killed...
All I remember is all of the stuff on the internet saying, Moyes should just stay at home and work from home all the time because it just works out for us.
I mean, maybe you should, because that Leicester game, I've been trying to think who my top shelf would be. And I talked about this in the pub. With the boys, I was like, who should be the top shelf? And we all talked about it and couldn't be sure either. But I'll let you go first. Ladies first. You've got bigger breasts.
Well, I'm a lady, and I choose the young little Spanish geezer by the name of Fornals. I thought Fornals was a blinder. I just thought, the way he brought that ball down and just calmly tapped it in, made up for all the times he's just shanked it right over the top of the net. But no, I still think Fornals. I think
that's
Fornals
why we need
fantastic.
To leave the analysis of matches to other podcasts.
leave it to the professionals out there. We just like to make fun of West Ham. So,
yeah, I think.
Who would you say it is then?
I'm going to give it to Antonio, just because he's
brilliant, isn't he?
And also, what I can't really understand is that why he hasn't been called up to England, because he's scored more goals in the Premier League since it restarted than any other player in the league. Yes, Calvert-Lewin, who destroyed us in the cup, he's been awesome as well. But you'd like a player like Antonio. He'd be an impact sub. For England, he could come on, make a change, and he can play in different positions. So he could play out wide or he can play up front.
Who's the twonk who's managing England now? What's his name again?
Gareth Southgate.
He don't like old geezers. He wants a young team.
Which I get, but I think on the other hand, you need to be playing your best players.
Well, you won't get any argument from me on that because, I've always thought that Antonio was fantastic. He had one call up for England, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. But who's your dregs then? Who's your dregs from that game? Do you have any?
Crikey. My dregs from that game are...
no.
The dregs.
I bet I know what it is. I bet what you thought was really smart is Fabianski because he didn't have a single shot on target, so couldn't do anything.
No, but that's pretty smart.
That's my dregs. That's my dregs. Through no fault of his own, but Leicester did not have a single shot on target. He literally had nothing to do but some goal kicks.
I'm going to go with Peacock because my app kept crashing nonstop the whole freaking game long. I couldn't bring the match up first. I missed the first 10, 12 minutes of it. I just got the app working as the bloody game started. I was cursing and effing and blinding. I woke everybody up in the house because it was early in the morning. So my missus got angry at me. Everyone was angry at me. I was angry at the TV. And then finally Lily picked up my phone and she pressed something. She went, Daddy, look, it's working now. I was like, oh, thank you, Lily. No, go away and let me watch the match. Do you like this new app? It hangs up all the time on my TV. I hate the fact that I can't cast it from my laptop.
I've never used it.
I've used it a couple of times now.
Where is Lily, by the way?
Well, I actually asked her if she wanted to come and do something on the show, and she went, no. She said, I've had a stressful day at school today, so I think I'm just going to sit here and play on my iPad and wait for Mummy to come home.
So she doesn't want to come in and hit you? Because I was going to see if she wanted to hit you in the face, punch you in the face today.
She's not going to. I've been negotiating with her. Oh my God. I've been negotiating with her because she likes this thing called Toka Boca, which is this like online game where you buy these little things. And she is the worst person I've ever met at getting up in the morning. She will not wake up. So I've basically bribed her. I said, if you can go 4 days straight getting up without Daddy having to drag you out of bed, I will get you a Toka Boca like game, which is like they're 99 cents, whatever. She doesn't have any idea of the value of money. And I said to her, if you can do 5 days in a row, I will spend $2.99 on you. She's like, really? How about if I do 7 days in a row? I'm like, babe, just work on the 4 days in a row, okay?
Oh, gosh.
Oh my gosh.
People are going to be like, West Ham is why we parent? I mean, is that what we've turned into?
I don't know, but you mentioned parents. Are those close to partners, aren't they? We should probably play that ComeOnYourEyes.com commercial. Hey!
For West Ham fans everywhere, this is the ultimate football app for you. For match highlights, interviews, and the best West Ham videos and podcasts. Download the free COY Irons app now from the App Store and Google Play.
Okay, there you go, mate. So, good app.
We've got an
Good
international break. We've got an international break coming up as well now.
Yeah, thank God, because that'll give us time to get in all of these Championship and for Division 1 players that we're going to be signing.
Yeah, we should talk about the window. We should.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's time for Adam's Deadline Day Diagnosis.
What are those doing to our team? They are getting rid of everybody. Oh, Wilshire, I know what we'll do. We'll pay 85% of your contract and let you go somewhere else instead of having an extra body. Oh, Anderson, yeah, we spent 30 odd million on you, so here's an idea. We'll pay most of your wages off to Portugal. Good business, brilliant business. What else? Oh, Cullen, you're up and coming. Oh, less than $1 million? Yeah, piss off. Go somewhere else. We don't care. Hey, Gold, how many players is that we've got rid of? Oh, I don't know. I'm on deathbed anyway. I'm so old. Karen, you bitch. I want to get rid of someone as well. All right, who? That Zandy Silva guy. He's never paid. Wikipedia says he don't have appearances. All right, Zandy Silva. Off. You go as well. I don't care where you go on loan, but you're gone. Oh, we need to get a player. All right, I've got an idea. 1 minute. Hang on. Yeah, hello. Abramovich. You know you want Declan Rice, yeah? Yeah, okay. Well, all right, we'll give him to you in January, but we just need a player because if not, our fans might hunt us down because we've literally them over so hard. Like, no, harder than that. No, harder than that. But do you have any shit players that we could maybe have? Because just so that they don't revolt. Oh, you do? You have a youngster who's never going to get a game for Chelsea? Awesome. Yeah, send him over. All right, cool. Hey, Karen. Yeah! Oh, we've got some guy from Chelsea. Oh, brilliant! Oh, hang on, phone's ringing again. Oh. Karen, no, we don't because the guy's like, do I want Premier League action? But I would have to go to West Ham United. I'd rather sit on the bench and actually ruin my career. Yeah, that's what he said. Oh, I can't bloody believe that, David. No, nor can I, Miss Piggy. Okay, my improvisational
nice
rant is over.
I enjoyed that. I mean, I couldn't disagree with any of it.
Okay, 1 second. I need to take my top off now. I've got sweaty.
Oh, gosh. Oh, no, you're topless. See, Becky does it first, and now you have to do it, eh?
Yeah, I've got hairier breasts than her, I presume.
I hope you do. I hope you do. It was a shit show, wasn't it? A complete shit show.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. I get it that Wilshere has not been good to us, but even then, like, how does it make good business sense to pay someone 85% of their wages? You know, we are 2 or 3 injuries away from not even having a match day squad.
And the other thing about, I mean, look at the flip side of the coin now. So you're talking about you need to get people in to replace these people. The window's closed. The only thing we can bring in are people from the championship. It's the only thing available. So their prices are all going to go up by like 20%. Then they're going to go up another 20% because they're going to go, oh, this is West Ham. Let's stick it to them. It's going to be, it's scary. It really is. It's totally scary. I mean, it's funny. I watched some of the match day, the deadline day banter and Harry Redknapp. I love Harry Redknapp. He's brilliant.
We've both talked about how much we love him.
Yeah, and he said, he goes, well, you know, he's. I think West Ham don't really need to bring in that much. They're all right.
I need to stop you there because that's the voice you do for David Sullivan, and it breaks my heart to hear you use the same voice for Harry Redknapp.
But no, I mean, he was very nice. You know, you can tell the man actually cares about West Ham. Looks like the rumours have all died down now about the possible owners, which was obviously a bullshit rumour that was probably started by Karen Brady to try and get people off her back for a bit.
Well, I mean, the two, I will say, look, I mean, and I wanted to get the rant off my chest. Yes, we have been playing so well. Our last 3 league performances have been great.
Oh, they've been phenomenal. And I mean, that last match, I mean, I've never seen us play so incredibly well. I mean, that's why we couldn't come up with a dreg with it. So, but like you said in your rant, I mean, I know you're ranting, but there's truth in it, mate. I mean, we're 2 to 3 injuries away from having nothing to put out there on the pitch.
Yeah, and we're West Ham United. Injuries is literally what we do. Like Geico saves you 15% on car insurance. West Ham guarantee you some injuries.
Yeah, and who are they talking about now? I mean, the Sun. I mean, or obviously, I'm not going to. The Sun's a garbage paper anyway. But I mean, it's going all over the place now that we're looking at Danny Welbeck.
Oh, geez, I haven't heard that.
And all I can think of is that stupid, that Nazi like voiceover thing that they do, where the guy goes, "Yes, the worst of it, and it goes underneath in the writing. Not Danny Welbeck, Danny fucking Welbeck. That's all I keep thinking of. Oh, guess who's turned up in the room?
Lily, can you hear me?
Say hello, Adam.
Hello.
Hey, Lily, I need you. Can you do me a little favour?
Don't listen to him.
Can you just punch Daddy one time, please?
Ow!
The best part about that was how funny you found it.
So anyway, what's your prediction for Tottenham versus West Ham? Come on.
Oh gosh, that is a question. Oh my God, I really don't know what to say.
I mean, Tottenham are playing brilliantly right now.
I mean, they did just absolutely destroy Manchester United.
They spanked them like a baby. Lily, slam the door, will you? Okay. Thank you.
We are going to win 2-1.
I actually think we're going to win 1-0.
All right. Well, we didn't predict the Leicester game, but Wayne, of course, you're going to pretend that you predicted it correctly, right?
Well, you are as well, aren't you?
No, because I'm an honest person. So
Get out of here. Come on, predict that you won it, you dingbat. Come on.
No, I don't think I made a prediction. I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't think we did make a prediction, mate.
No. But I'll get this one right. So, hey. But
if I had predicted that, I would have said 3-0 to West Ham.
Listen, £5, 2-1 to West Ham. I'm telling you. Just do it.
Well, since I've put on £30, I've put £30 on 1-0 to West Ham. So if anyone's going near a bookies back home, go stick it on for me, and I'll
not do anything. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It has been nice to be back down the pub. What were you going to say?
It has been nice being back down the pub. Yeah, it's nice being out drinking constantly, isn't it? I should point out to everybody that we were supposed to actually record this yesterday, but you were too blanked over.
First of all, you didn't say we were going to record yesterday.
Well, I told you on Sunday I couldn't record on Sunday. I says you said if we can record later, then just text me. I said, yeah, okay. I said, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's looking like it's most likely going to be tomorrow night. That's what I said to you. But you didn't listen.
You
as
might
usual.
have thrown it away
You've got these two styrofoam cups on your head instead of ears.
Well,
instead of
unfortunately, one of us was dead, Wayne, and it messed up my short-term memory. You disabled-ist.
This is your captain speaking. We are now cruising at an altitude of approximately 30,000 feet.
I don't understand.
You don't know what? I'm going to put in the airplane music, aren't I? Bing bong, bing bong.
What
bing
airplane
bong.
music?
Every time you mention you're dead, I play the bing bong from an airplane.
Oh, why?
So I'm keeping a tracker on the website now. I think you're up to like 12.
I think you've mentioned it more than me.
Well, you know what? Since you're being so incredibly social, I think we should just get onto the social shenanigans, mate.
Yeah, and I just want to wish Felipe Anderson all the best. I actually personally wish he wasn't going. So,
I tell you what, I'll have to put this in there then. Oh, Felipe, you tosspot useless piece of crap.
The weed dealers in East London are going to be sad about that.
They are, not to mention the wine bar owners.
Yeah, the wine bar owners are devastated.
Completely.
Single-handedly keeping them open.
No, now it's time for
Shenanigans.
presented by Hammers Poles.
So, what's on the socials at the moment?
Well, I'll tell you, the one thing I did like is one of our fellow podcasters out there, Real Talk MCFC, tweeted something out there, and they said, I never thought I'd be jealous of West Ham playing football. 2020 never stops amazing me. I was happy about that. Just the fact that, they said that. There's not been an awful lot on social media other than us just moaning all the time.
I've got social shenanigans.
Well, then go for it, my son.
Trevor Sinclair,
go for it.
Just tweeted today. Just wanted to share my last few days. I found a lump in my testicles. I phoned the doctor, went for an appointment, had a check, went for a scan, and it all seems fine. Please check your balls, chaps.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that's a nice way to go with the podcast. I enjoy that very much.
I mean, I just wondered whether you were going to, halfway through that, make some sort of a joke that would have ended up being incredibly inappropriate.
No,
managed to not.
Because balls are very important. You've got Lily just came and said she's got nothing to do. You want to read something, Lily?
No.
Come on, I'll let you read something.
No.
It's really good. Come here.
Talking of which, can I just say as well, because we're talking about social shenanigans, and we mentioned Jack Gambardella as I'm just scrolling through. He actually fully agrees with me, like the hero he is. Letting Anderson go on loan is terrible business. Has he been good enough? No. Should he start for us? Probably not. But in a squad as thin as ours, to let a player who we paid around £36 million for go out on loan for free is incredible. I expect a replacement.
I think we all expect a replacement, mate.
Well, no, you're just happy to get rid of him.
I'm happy to get rid of him, but I want somebody to replace the plonker.
I think we should get Lily to replace Brady.
I think she'd be brilliant. I tell you, my friend Karen, she's a West Ham fan. I've used to work with her back in the casino business, and she sent me something the other day, and I'm looking for it right now because it was really bloody funny.
Oh, I've got. Well, while we're waiting for you to be so boring, I'm going to give you another one here. The West Ham Way Co. UK. The average age of the West Ham squad is the oldest in the Premier League, with an average of 28.6 years of age. That's according to the West Ham Way. I don't know how they worked that out, but... All right, I've got one more thing. And
welcome to the Adam Social Shenanigans podcast.
Well, here's something else for you. Odds changer. Watford's new signing, Jeremy Knaknia, has won their Player of the Month for September. He's played 4 games, won 3 green sheets. He's got the second highest tackles per game in the league. So, yeah, he is doing great. And I said his name for you for the last ever time, I hope.
Okay, that's good. I like that one. So here we go. This is what my friend Karen sent me. She sent it to me on Facebook. It says, wife treats hubby by taking him to a lap dancing club for his birthday. Dorma says, okay, Dave, how's tricks? Wife asks, how does he know
I've
you?
seen that.
Yeah, ruin it now, you wanker. I'll cut that out. Wife asks, how does he know you? Dave says, I play football with him. Inside, the barman says, usual, Dave? Dave says, before you say anything, he's on the darts team in my local.
Yeah, I thought it was darts.
Exactly. And then next, the lap dancer says, hi, Dave, you want the special again? Wife storms out, dragging Dave with her and jumps in a taxi. Driver says, me, Dave, you pulled the right minger this week. Yeah, social shenanigans are a real bust for me. You want to go some full West Ham?
I probably should have tried to find the full West Ham.
It's number 11.
Yeah, I know, but usually you print it out in the little show float, but you didn't this time.
I wanted to stitch you up.
Well, you did. It was successful.
Was it successful? Was it successful?
It was successful.
I'm going to do successful. Let me see if I can find it then.
Oh, I did like that. Jealous of West Ham playing football in Manchester
Yeah, it was
City.
funny, wasn't
That
it?
is
I
good.
liked it too. Because I told you so, because I'm your dad. Do as you... Please, close the door.
West Ham is how you parent the wrong way by Wayne McMullen.
I love having a child when I need my slippers, or if I need her to
Get you
go
a
get me
drink.
the TV remote or get my drink. Come on, go play on my phone.
I'm not going to do it for you anymore.
Good, then get out of my room. Okay, why don't now that
Number
the
11.
lovely little angel's left us, why don't you read number 11?
Oh my God, I'm so ready. I need to load it back up on my phone. Or screensaver's come back on. All right, number 11. In early 2013, we loaned Marouane Chamakh from Arsenal, a move that Jack Sullivan apologised for on Twitter. He played 3 games, didn't score a goal, went on to join Crystal Palace. And in December, he scored his first goal in 11 games in a 1-0 win for Crystal Palace against West Ham. Let's get into the top 10. Let's do this.
How many times does that happen to us?
It happens all the
tell
time.
someone and it happens all the bloody time, and they score against us all the bloody time.
It's literally the West Ham way. Just like in 2011, with all the results going our way, if we could beat Wigan away, we have a chance of survival. We are winning 2-0 to West Ham at half-time. And I'm going to interrupt there and say I was at this game as well. Long story short, we lose 3-2 in the 94th minute. We go on to get relegated. Then Millwall fans flew a plane over saying Avram Grant, Millwall legend, as an extra kick in the bollocks.
I remember seeing it on the news.
Yeah, I know. Shocking.
My granddad called me up about it. He says, you never guess what happened. So I miss my granddad. Okay, anyway, back onto something nice. Now, how about number 9?
Well, number 9, we illegally signed Tevez and Mascherano in 2006.
Hey!
Now-
Carlos Tevez.
Mascherano, as we all know, wasn't good enough to start ahead of Hayden Mullins, but Tevez scored the goal that kept us up and sent Sheffield United down. They sued us and won £20 million in compensation, and Blame Tevez was born. And that is it for this week. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Next week we'll have number
Gandela.
8, 7, and 6.
We sure will. And then maybe the top 5, we should try and do something different.
I think so. I think we should try and get him on.
Yeah, we can ask him. We can beg. All right, we talked about hammer shots on American Hammer TV. It's going really well. You know Rebecca does that hammer the point with Katie.
Yeah.
What's Katie's last name? Do you know?
West Ham Philly.
Okay. All right. Then, because some other Katie added me on Snapchat, and I don't know how, and I don't know who they are. So I haven't accepted them back.
Does she look good?
Well, I don't know. 'Cause you can't see.
So anyway, let's go into my Facebook group of the week, mate. I really enjoy this group. It's called Irons West Ham United Forum. They've got 6.7 thousand members, and they've been around since 2014. And they say about themselves, it's a supporter-driven place where fans feel at home to celebrate or commiserate the club's latest fortunes. To get most out of the group, we encourage members to exchange news and views, post photos, tap like when it strikes you, organise game day socials, and just enjoy being among kindred spirits. I like this group. It's got some great admins. Eric Lizelle, who does all of those badges, he's a great fella. And Princess Snow, otherwise known as Claire, who does a great job. I'll tell you what, it's probably the friendliest Facebook group I belong to. You're in it, aren't you?
I don't know. I'm not very good at groups. But I do recognise Zach from American Hammers TV. He's in there as well as an admin.
Yeah, I tell you, there's loads of us in there after that group. It's just a really fun, positive. There's so much like negativity out there because obviously we're West Ham, and they kind of squash the negativity, so it's like a nice little oasis on social media, especially if you spent a day on Twitter, which of course is toxic.
Oh, that's just like our podcast, really, isn't it?
Totally toxic.
Like a shine of a ray of light.
Well, we have got a ray of light, and that's Hammers Pulse, of course.
We do.
And I picked a question which I thought was going to be really interesting, but it was about Anderlecht being interested in Josh Cullen. But since he's gone now, and we know that he's gone, and we're all aggravated by it, I think instead what I should do is point out the fact that I won last week because you forgot to do it. So now I'm up.
I didn't even see your question because it got to Sunday and I suddenly realised, oh crap, I didn't put my Snap Saturday thing in. And then I thought, I wonder if I could still do it. And I'm like, no, it's Sunday, it's too late.
That's the same thing I did the week before. I think we should just thank all of our social media followers and tell people to follow us on social media, and while they're at it, give us a rating on Apple Podcast.
It's time for Pie and Mash Up!
Hey! Hey, you know what I've got as well? I've got that "In Your Liverpool Scum" song that
in your Liverpool slums. That'll be Indy, because Indy, our friend at the pub, Indy Bellina, or One More Bellina as it's called, because he always wants to have another drink before
One More Bellina.
The guy literally, I know when he's got tipsy because he's like, his normal executive self, and then he starts with I remember the words now to "In Your Liverpool Slums," and then he proceeds to not remember the words.
Yeah, and then we all got hung up on it.
Yeah, he does it every week.
He drinks scotch, doesn't he?
Well, and Guinness and anything really. If it's alcoholic, it's got it.
Oh, mate, I've got to tell you, I bought a really nice 12-year-old scotch the other week. His parents weren't pleased, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured I'd throw something out there.
Are you going to do it in the Liverpool slums then?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Yeah, but
all right. Well, if we're going to do some Man United, we're going to do a guest Man United spell. I've probably done my favourite Man United chant before, right? About Park Ji-sung. Have I done that?
Found it. Yes, you have. You have.
All right. I can't remember what we've done.
Do you remember how this one goes? This "In Your Liverpool Slums"?
It's like, in your Liverpool slums,
you look in the dustbin for something to eat. You find a dead rat and you think it's a treat. In your Liverpool slums. In your Liverpool slums. You shit on the carpet, you piss in the bath, you finger your grandma and think it's a laugh. In your Liverpool slums. You speak in an accent exceedingly rare. You wear a pink tracksuit and have curly hair. In your Liverpool slums. In your Liverpool slums. Your mum's on a game and your dad's in a neck. You can't get a job because you're too thick. In your Liverpool slums.
I apologise to any Liverpool fans.
Chucky egg.
Sorry, West Ham fans who are from Liverpool.
Villa beat them, didn't they? Villa thumped them.
Oh, yeah, we should talk about that. That was amazing.
Oh, that was hilarious. I loved it.
That was also so West Ham. There's us beating Leicester, unbeaten team, 3-0, annihilating them, and then we're like, yes, look at this, we're great. We're going to be first on match of the day. Then Tottenham come along and we're like, we're going to ruin you. And they smashed Manchester United 6-1. Destroy them. And you're like, wow, well, no one's going to care about us anymore. But no, it was still there, hovering around at the bottom of the news. And then Villa went and absolutely destroyed Liverpool. And you know why? Because Super Adrian was in goal.
Oh,
Hooray!
I felt so bad for him. Not. So
So-
what? We're in a northern theme, aren't we?
I'm sure we've done the northern.
Go
down pub. Drink 10 pints. Get completely plastered.
Go back home. Beat the wife.
Dirty northern bastards. You know, I think we should spruce things up with a bit more excitement for the fans.
Well, we did ask them who they wanted as a special guest on Hammer's Polls.
Did we?
They said they wanted David Sullivan.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Well,
Why didn't we see if I can get him on the phone?
he lives in Faden Boys, where I'm from. So yeah, see if we can get him.
Yeah. Will you talk to him though? Because I'm liable to curse up a storm.
Okay. What? All right. Fine. I will.
Okay.
Please, Jesus, give me strength as I deal with this.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi, Mr. Sullivan. How are you today?
I'm all right.
I've just got like a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind. We're on West Ham is Why You Drink podcast with Adam and Wayne. Wayne's just gone to drop the kids off at the pool, so you've just got me here at the moment. But do you mind answering a couple of questions?
I spent yesterday on the toilet all day long.
Was that so you didn't have to sign anyone?
Sign what?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Was I supposed to sign someone yesterday? Don't be daft. You're daft as arseholes.
I've got a question for you. So as a fellow business owner, I just wonder what goes through your mind when you think, I know, we want to get rid of this player off the payroll, right? This Jack Wilshere, we don't want him at the club, so we want to get rid of him. What went through your mind when they said to you, all right, he can go, but you have to pay 85% of his remaining contract?
Tits is what went through my mind at that particular moment in time. Then Karen got up from the floor and said, should we get rid of him? And I went, yeah, why not?
Don't you love the club?
I love wearing furry coats and fluffy hats.
I'm struggling with this interview, Mr. Sullivan.
I'm struggling actually trying to pull my underpants up right now because it's a little bit harder when you get on a few years.
Don't need to know how hard it is down there, Mr. Sullivan.
It's not hard at all right now, but it was hard earlier. And Karen is putting on a nice cup of tea for me. So I want to just say thank you so much to all of the wonderful fans that are out there.
As always, it's such a pleasure talking to someone as knowledgeable and great as you.
Thank you very much and goodbye.
Mr. Sullivan. Mr. Sullivan!
Well, that certainly gives us some insight into what he was doing on deadline day and a little bit of insight into the relationship between him and Karen Brady, eh? Why don't you talk about that challenge thing that you were discussing before we started recording?
Here's a challenge. If you're a West Ham fan and you want to come on the podcast and you want to challenge either me or Wayne to the shot out, get in touch with us and we'll put you on. One of you against one of us.
How do they get in touch with us? On Twitter? Send us a message on Twitter?
Send us a message on Twitter. Send us a message on Facebook. Text
Or
Wayne.
Instagram.
His number is 3... No. Just stay positive. Love your life.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And don't forget to rate us and make a nice comment on Apple Podcasts.
And we will get back after this whole pandemic-y thing. International break, pandemic, same thing.
We'll be back after the international break.
We sure will.
So what you drinking?
Apple squash.
I've got a margarita.
Wow.
Hear the ice jingling?
How have you still got ice in your glass of a margarita when we've been recording for an hour?
I'm cold-hearted, and I held it close to my chest. Cheers.
And good luck against Belgium and Denmark, England United, and Declan Rice. Cheers.
Declan Rice. Declan Rice.
Does he have a chant? He doesn't have a chant, does he?
I don't think he does. Ask your mates back home. I'll ask some of mine. I'll dig them up.
Oh yeah, I'll ask him. Hey, at the games that you're all going to, what are they currently singing? No one's singing any new chants for people, which means we can create them.
Oh, let's create a Declan Rice chant.
All right, that's our challenge for the week.
Let's get out of here.
Cheers.
Bubbles in the air, they fly and so high. Like my dreams, they fade and die.